This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
That's right, I had to come in hot for the 50th episode. Give it a good old
diggity dank.
Anyway.
Right. It'll be so diggity dank.
That's right. Welcome back to Nightwing News, episode 50. That's right. Divisible by 10. I am Phil. Joining me, as always,
I'm Kristen. Hello.
Professor of History of Nightwing. Professor of Dick. So I said Nightwing, but you know, Dick Grayson is so much more.
So true. This is so true.
It's not on our list, but I was gonna say I read Dark Knight's Death Metal 2 today, and I've seen like stuff like solicits for upcoming stuff, and I think one of the Batman Who Laughs little, you know, like his little evil Robins, I think, like, starts trying to take over or whatever. I'm like, that has to be evil Dick Grayson. Come on.
I thought I saw something about King Robin or something, and maybe that's in the one shot or something. I don't know. I haven't read the Death Metal ones yet, though.
I'm like, that has to be evil Dick Grayson. Come on.
I mean, I don't know. It could be evil Jason Todd or evil Tim Drake, right? It could be any of them.
Oh, please.
I mean, just potentially.
Jason Todd's a slacker. Anyway. So yes, tonight, well, before we get to our classic reviews of Batman Gotham Knights 8 through 11 from the year 2000, tonight we're going to talk, we got a new issue again. Comics are back in business. Nightwing 72. You got another Joker War tie-in.
Yup.
Here comes the Punchline. So I think...
There she is.
I think from now on I'm just going to call her the Punchline.
The Punchline.
Yeah, because seriously, like most of the time when you talk about a punchline of a joke, aren't you saying the Punchline?
It's true.
Make her all fancy. All right. Oh, not to skip to the end, but yeah, we got a little obituary for Denny O'Neil in the back.
Yeah.
All right. So yes.
I didn't realize that he was 80. I guess that was older than I thought. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't think he was that old?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't register. Well, because some of the guys start in the comic book industry really young. I mean, didn't some of them start when they were 18 or something?
Maybe.
I don't know. He could have been really young. He was more like a normal age for someone who started working in comics.
I think so, yeah.
Wasn't like a child making comics.
Yes. So.
Not like in the 40s.
No, I know. These old men sitting around smoking cigarettes, writing some comics.
Write some comics, and then they bring in Jerry Robinson, who's like 17, and they're like, "Hey, kid, what are the youths like?"
Yeah, I think was it Jerry Conway who wrote a bunch of Spider-Man and other stuff. He's the one who killed Gwen Stacy and everything. I think he was like was he like maybe 17 or 18 when he was started or something? Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yep.
But yes, Nightwing 72, Joker War. Yeah.
So
starts with
They moved over to Gotham, but weren't they? They were still in Bloodhaven at the end of last issue, right?
Yeah,
because they were at the bar, and the bar is in Bloodhaven.
Yeah, well, I guess B has traveled to Gotham looking for help because Rick is acting odd. Well, yeah, because he's Rick.
Right, but yeah, okay. So I thought it was kind of cool how B made her bat signal out of sticks at the park.
Yes.
Can you show the picture, Phil?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't come up. Yeah, that was pretty snazzy.
Hopefully she doesn't burn the park down, but yes.
Well, you know. And then Barbara comes in. So I like her costume. I just feel like with the beautiful and extremely identifying red hair that she has, she should wear a cowl and not just the pointy ears.
Yeah, I mean, even with a cowl, most of the time she still had her hair coming out the back. But yeah, I get you with the whole cowl thing, but
I mean, it looks cool. But I don't know. I kind of like the cowl. I kind of like the cowl for practical purposes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it will keep the hair out of your face. Because that's a problem with long hair. Granted, I have not had long hair in a long time, obviously. But that hair can very easily be whipping around in your face.
True.
And obstructing your vision. Plus, I mean, but yeah, it's kind of the same problem even with the cowl. But
I mean,
her hair is so distinctive.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, sometimes you can use that hair for like a jump line. Just ask 90s Dick Grayson.
Right, yeah. Yeah, which as I was thinking about Barbara's hair, I was also thinking, Nightwing having that ridiculous long ponytail was also kind of distinctive. There were not that many people running around. Well, I guess it's not as though, like, any rando person on the street,
Yeah.
I think would be like, oh, a redhead, that must be Barbara Gordon. But I feel as though for people who might run across Batgirl who know her, she would be instantly identifiable.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing when Dick had that ridiculous hair.
But, I mean...
He can't be the only person with a mullet in Gotham City, but...
I mean, yeah, what maybe that, as we see here, B knows who Barbara is, because,
Right, I mean, although technically Barbara says she knows me as Barbara, so she just puts a coat on over her outfit, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, again, she's like, yeah, Rick told me everything, and I think she kind of put two and two together, because it's like, hey, Barbara came down to see him, he's friends with Batman and Batgirl and everyone, yeah. But, yeah, she said she came looking for help because, she woke up in the bar last issue, and Rick's there, and, I punched the Joker once and made him go away. But he's acting all
right,
weird.
and then, so I thought this article was also very interesting because... A lot of times, they kind of talk about Dick as the happy Robin, kind of, like the bright Robin, and certainly compared to, Damian and Jason, and to a lesser extent, Tim, more as Tim got older. And Acer, yes, true, but he's not, he's also not just totally like some sort of bubbly, over-the-top.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how he's acting. A little on the manic and super happy side, and you can immediately tell something is wrong. This is creepy.
He's got a giant grin. After he tells B what supposedly took out the Joker, he's kissing her, and then he wants to make pancakes.
Right, yeah. You can tell the minute you're like, wow, that's a Joker grin for sure.
Yeah, and look, I got the crystal off, that memory crystal off him, and then destroyed it.
Which at first I was like, oh snap, did the memory crystal get destroyed? Because I feel like that would be bad. But then of course it was revealed.
Well, it looks like. Well, wait, do they still have it?
Yeah, at the end when the Joker comes out.
Oh yeah. Because I'd have thought about that we don't need that crystal, but I'll get to that when we get to the end.
We
of
do
this.
need the crystal.
Well, I'll tell you my idea when we get to the end of this, but yeah. So.
Okay, yeah, making the creepy pancakes. He's really freaky. Those pancakes actually sound disgusting. They started out sounding tasty, but then he's putting way too many sugary things in there.
Yeah, licorice, marshmallows, yeah.
Nasty. Yeah.
But so B's like, B basically catches Barbara up, on the multiple memory things, and Barbara says she'll make sure Dick gets the help he needs.
Yeah, Barbara's back to her more old school 60s costume. That's the gray. I know that's been for a while, actually.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, back in Bloodhaven. Yeah. Sap's out of surgery, but it's not good news, but we don't see what the news is.
I know.
But yeah, back in Gotham, yeah, Barbara's trying to track down Dick. She even has the old suit.
And...
But then he shows up in his Captain America suit. Were you following me? Faux show? Oh, something's up. He said faux show.
Right, yeah, he's never said that, yeah. Then you can tell he's super messed up.
Who am I talking to, Rick or Dick? Why, I'm Ferdinand, of course. Psych.
Also, Barbara's supposed to be taller than him. Back in the day, she was taller than him. Barbara's gotten younger and shorter. Man, poor Barbara.
Yeah, after New 52, I think they kind of made them more closer in age and stuff, yeah.
Right, but they didn't have to make Barbara shorter.
I know. But yeah, she goes in the suit. She says it's time to be part of the family again, to be yourself again. He's like, why? I am being me, exactly me, the really, really, really awesomely true me.
Nope, that's weird.
I know. So, while Barbara's like, hey, you need help, that's when the Punchline shows up.
Yeah.
And yeah, introduces herself. Her and Barbara fight, and She says how she took down Harley in Batman 93. She really did. And she slashes Barbara's leg.
One thing that I thought is that just seems like a super convenient plot device right there.
What?
That she was able to cut so deeply into Barbara's leg. I feel like the suit would be more reinforced.
Yeah, I think even if she cut through it, that Kevlar would take a lot of that, yeah.
Because that's a really big gash.
I know.
That she's getting, and that's not that big of a knife.
But
so it's just one of those comic book type things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's padded just where you need it, when you need it to be. And then when it's not, when you need someone to get cut, it's like, oh, snap.
But then Dick stops her, and, Barbara's like, oh, great, thank you. And, well, Rick's like, we had a deal. And Punchline's like, all right, I forgot. And takes the blood and paints a Joker smile on his face.
I know, that's creepy.
Ugh, yeah. Just like,
What the F?
Then she realized, yep, it wasn't destroyed. And the Joker used it to mess with Dick.
Yeah, Rick stops Barbara and knocks her out. And then the Joker comes out and you see he's got the crystal. Mm-hmm. Yep, he's like, I'm happy. It's my family. Because it says next issue, Dick Grayson, son of the Joker. Oh, Dick Grayson. It says Dick Grayson. It does not say Rick.
So it does.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
He's on the road from not being Rick to being Dick. There's just a couple bumps along the way.
Yeah. But I was almost hoping... I
hope he gets some therapy after this. I mean, he won't because it's comics, but
definitely. But no, I wanted that memory crystal destroyed because I was thinking maybe during the final fight scene, I wanted Dick to basically resurface through all the fake memories on his own and through force of will bring himself back.
I feel like something like that will happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what that.
He's not going to kill Barbara, so she's going to.
Well, that's what I hope.
Batman going to suddenly show up? Is she going to snap out of it? Is he going to snap out of it?
Well, that's what I want. That's what I want in Joker War. I want Batman and Batgirl and everyone else to almost be about to go down in defeat, and Joker and whoever has them all surrounded, and all of a sudden I just want a wingding to come out of nowhere, smack Joker in the head, and there's Dick in the real costume.
Yeah, but I feel like we don't want the crystal to be destroyed because I think. Batman, and Barbara too. They're gonna want to science it up. Run some tests on it.
But I mean, aren't the real memories already in his head? They just got to get rid of that fake stuff, though.
Yeah, yes, probably. I don't know. I guess we'll find out what happens. I mean, obviously he's gonna get his memories back. His comic books. That's how it has to be. I mean,
we already saw what was.
I just feel like it's possible that if the crystal smashes, it'll be like.
Yeah. I mean, it was either Batman 98 or 99. Yeah, he's in his old suit, so. But I just wonder how all these issues are gonna work together, because it's like I told you, the cliffhanger for the last Batgirl, Joker was waiting for her in her apartment. So does that take place after this, before this? I guess we'll find out. But
oh right, yeah.
I hope his thing isn't a complete continuity mess.
Yeah, you're right. Because if he's waiting for her at her apartment, then I don't know. Was her leg cut?
I don't. Well, no. She was basically coming back from her last adventure. So it's I don't know how they're gonna time this thing.
Right. Yeah. Because either.
And she wasn't mentioned. She was in a pretty happy mood. She wasn't mentioning anything about Dick in that story. So.
Yeah, you're right. Because is nothing gonna happen with the Joker, and then she's out the next night. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. She's almost home, and then she sees B's stick bat symbol.
But I swear
she goes over, so the Joker's like, ah.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I'll have to check. See.
Or maybe poor Batgirl, she's going to get beaten up twice.
Oh, man. Don't be beating up the girl just because.
I know. I shouldn't give them ideas, but comic books don't really need the idea to beat up the women. They're pretty good at that on their own.
All right. So, hey. Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with that just because Dick was taken over by the Joker, but like I said, I think he's going to come through in the end. And
yeah, but we knew that was coming.
He's going to be the secret weapon. I know. I still don't like it. All right, let's get.
That's an interesting little level.
Let's get to some good stuff. Batman Gotham Knights.
All right.
8 through 11 from October, November, December 2000, and January 2001.
Such good stuff. We can't go through everything or it'll take us forever because there's so much juicy stuff. But the gist of the first one is Catwoman is like gonna rob a grocery store, a jewelry store.
Yeah.
And she's greeted with another Catwoman, and then Batman appears, and she thinks it's Batman, but it's not.
Well,
it's somebody else.
Yeah, well, there's there's a fake Catwoman, and the real one shows up, and yeah, the security guards are all confused, and then Batman's like, I can tell the difference, but then whoever's in the suit knocks her out with chloroform or something. And says, I'm not Batman, not yet.
Yep. And then we jump to present day. That's 6 months ago.
Yes.
This has been a long time. This dude has been plotting a long time. So then we're at Wayne Tower, and Dick and Tim are there, and Bruce is doing Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yes. Waiting.
And we get these boxes that are in blue, that are these kind of file numbers, subject, classified. And I think in the early part of the story, they want you to be, Grayson wants you to be unsure who's writing it.
Yeah, because it started from like issue 1, and it would. There were fouls on like different bad characters because they did one on Cassandra and one issue and stuff. I'm trying to remember if they did.
I think number 6 was Barbara, right? Like
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, they never tell you who's writing these fouls. So.
And they're in the third person, so you think.
Yes.
Oh, is that something Bruce would do? Spoiler alert, it is.
Because this one is, foul number 8, Batman / Bruce Wayne.
It's revealed throughout this series that he did it. So they're trying to decide, which is an important question. To say, is Bruce Wayne Batman, or does Batman occasionally masquerade as Bruce Wayne? Yeah. Although I feel like maybe also I particularly like Devin Grayson stuff so much, particularly when she writes these family ones, because I think she's kind of falls in what we were talking about earlier, where there are 3 Bruce Waynes. There's Brucey Wayne, the fake Bruce Wayne, the masquerade, and there's Batman, and then there's real Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
That is a mix. So, but yeah, then they're hinting, because it hasn't been revealed yet, has it? No, wait, I guess.
Who the fake Batman is? No.
No. When he says, Dick picked me up, I was in the neighborhood, and Bruce says, meaning you wanted to be in Gotham for the weekend. So do we know, we know why. Like, are readers supposed to know why Dick wants to be in Gotham for the weekend, or is it not revealed yet?
Oh, you mean Barbara?
Yeah.
I think the readers know.
I guess the thing would be that if readers are reading Nightwing, they would know. But if they're not reading the Nightwing, if they're only reading titles with Batman in it, then I guess they wouldn't know yet.
Because, they kind of got together, I thought they were together by this point, so I thought...
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They're together, but they kind of started getting together in No Man's Land, right?
Kind of, yeah.
But I don't think Bruce gets told until a couple issues later.
Oh, Bruce knows. Come on.
Well, all right. Well, he knows because of things like this. He's like, you wanted to be in Gotham. Who would you want to be in Gotham for?
Yeah.
Barbara is pretty much the only answer.
Yeah, I know. But then, back 6 months ago again, the fake Batman's interrogating Catwoman all about Batman.
Right. And somehow he doesn't realize...
A model of...
He clearly has not done his research, because when Catwoman says, you want to be Batman, you better talk to his crew about that.
Yeah. The Acolytes, who?
Yeah, so I was like, really, dude?
I'm thinking, has Hugo been out of town for a while? I don't know.
I think maybe it's just a sign that Hugo is clearly not in his right mind, because
he's a model of sanity. He's a model of sanity.
Yes, he is. He knows about Robin. Maybe he just forgot.
Well, he knows about a Robin. Maybe he doesn't know about everyone else.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, he's like, who are they and how many? And she's like, hell if I know. Lost track of the girls. The boys push each other off bridges, sometimes highly amusing. Get it? Because I think that's for that scene from Nightfall when, like, you know, Dick and Azrael go over the bridge.
Oh, yeah. I know, because I was like, when's the bridge? Because Jason's not back yet. Because it feels like Jason would push Tim off a bridge.
That's the first thing that came to mind for me was the whole that Nightfall we covered.
You're probably right. I mean, if she saw them they were on a bridge, but if she saw them in Bloodhaven when they were on the train.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's not quite pushing each other.
But yeah, I mean,
we get some cute stuff. Dick and Tim.
Yeah, I was gonna say Catwoman escapes, even though like Hugo messes with her mind. But yeah, while we're getting more Bruce Wayne foul, yeah, Dick and Tim are basically playing tag in Wayne Tower.
It's pretty cute.
And Tim's like, there's cameras everywhere. And Dick's like, yeah, I know. Who do you think installed them? I know their range. Besides, I think playing tag in the halls of one of Gotham's multi-billion-dollar corporations firmly establishes us as doofuses, don't you?
I guess so.
Yes. And I mean, he was hanging upside down, but I mean, it's public record that he was a circus acrobat, though, too.
Right, yeah, and I don't think that that's not like that intense.
So, yeah, as they go, I guess, was it like a boardroom to talk, or is that Bruce's office or a boardroom? Yeah, they go in to talk, and Tim's bringing up the thing. It's like, why does he even have a secret identity? And Dick's like, okay, picture this. One morning, Bruce wakes up and says, forget it. I'm tired of the charade. By 6, it's all over the news. Gotham's Dark Knight is Bruce Wayne. By 6:20, the mayor has ordered Gotham's police commissioner to arrest the vigilante known as Batman. And by 6:40, Jim is forced to come for me. And then he's like, chances are they're knocking on your dad's door. Warrant ready by 4 the next day. And let's not even think about what happens to Alfred and Babs.
Then he talks about how people know. He says, Bane, Ra's al Ghul, Shiva, Hugo Strange, Kane.
Yep.
And then they mention Strange is dead.
I'm trying
why they're not immediately thinking of him.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think he was supposed to be dead, but I'm trying to remember. He might not even have. This might have been his first appearance, like, since Crisis on Infinite Earths in the 80s, but
I don't know.
But it's been a while. I know that since before this appearance.
And then how convenient Bruce has to get some sort of psych eval.
Oh, yeah. It's like an insurance thing. Yep.
And we find out, who's the psychiatrist? But Dr. Hugo Strange.
Oh, yeah.
Convenient. And you might think that scene a little too convenient, but remember, he's been plotting this.
At least 6 months, yeah.
For 6 months.
Yeah, see, he had to get hired first. Get in there.
Right.
Get some benefits.
Taking his time. This is a freaky cover.
Oh, yeah, with Hugo.
I mean, it's good,
face.
But it's freaky.
Looks like an evil Amish guy or something. Just that beard. But yeah, as the foul continues to talk about Bruce Wayne and Batman, yeah. Hugo's like, he said, I know you're Batman. Don't try to deny it. I am the greatest psychiatrist in the world. Jeez.
If he's he's going to be jealous when he finds out about that crystal
I know.
The Swiss psychiatrist.
But I mean,
he's going to be mad. But he's mad that Owls didn't share that with him.
Is that like I know they.
Although she might have technically been a neurologist, but
I know, but I mean, psychiatrists. I mean, I know they do good work, but is that kind of like just saying, I'm the greatest accountant the world has ever seen?
I mean, yeah, like how would you judge that? It's not like there's a psychiatry Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, he's not helping people, emotionally. He's breaking them down.
Yeah, he's definitely not the greatest psychiatrist.
And I love.
He's pretty much the worst psychiatrist the world has ever seen. Because yes,
exactly.
Psychiatrists are supposed to help you be your best self.
Mm-hmm. But I was like,
supposed to help you fight your demons.
But I love how he say like you are Batman, and how Bruce is like, I am. Wouldn't you be like no? Right, yeah. Wouldn't you like be no? He's just like, I am.
No, he's really playing up the Brucey Wayne act.
Yeah. But he says...
He's like, I poisoned the couch. And he's like, look, it may not have been our best interior decorating choice, but poisonous. I thought that was pretty good. So yeah. It was kind of funny in this one.
Oh yeah, because Hugo locks them in and...
Oh yeah, and then there's a funny psychiatry joke. Because when he says, I'm gonna kill you. He says, with a cigar?
Mm.
And then, because that's like a Freud joke,
Yeah.
he says, no, Mr. Wayne, the cigar is just a cigar. 'Cause,
I'm going to kill you with this gun.
which, I mean, is wise, because I think it'd be very difficult to kill someone with a cigar. You'd have to slowly smoke in their face until they got lung cancer from secondhand smoke.
But yes,
It's very 60s death trap.
I know. But yes, very dumb, quote unquote, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, like luckily there's I guess a supply closet in here. So yeah, he throws some kind of flammable, probably cleaner on the desk, and then lights it with Hugo's lighter.
Because he's very serious about his squash game.
That's right.
I'm not even quite sure what squash is.
I think it's
Just
like
a rich person's sport.
it's like fancy tennis or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a court.
But Hugo's like, oh, I see what you're doing. You would risk inhaling toxic fumes just to force me to open this room as the sprinklers are going off. So yeah, Hugo unlocks the door, starts firing into the room.
And conveniently, it looks like in the safe that, oh no, that's his utility belt. I thought it was gold bars. But no, there he has a safe with his Batman outfit in it.
Yep. I wonder how many suits he has lying around the tower.
I don't know, at least one.
Yep. So yep, as Hugo's running, yeah. Bruce
Dick and
gets
Tim
this-
are like, oh, something's up.
Yep, so they go running, and then as Hugo's going to the stairwell, he runs into Batman. He's like, you're just proving my assertion. Very convenient for you to be here, don't you think?
Yeah, but I love when Dick and Tim go to the the security room.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be in here. Oh, hey, Dick. He's like, that's okay. Can we help you? And while Dick's distracting the guy, Tim's over there like, ah!
Checking the cameras, yeah.
Also, Tim is so short. I mean, I realize he's like, I don't know, 14, 15. Who knows how old he's supposed to be by this point in time. But he's so short. He only comes up to Dick's shoulder. It's one of those problems that they want, with comics, they really want the contrast between, to show people's ages and stuff. Because
Dick and
sometimes
Tim,
when I read the old comics, legit Robin is like as high as Batman's waist. And I mean, I'm pretty sure little kids, it's like a 3-year-old is the size, comes up to a person's waist. I mean, he's really tiny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Luke is 7.
So yeah, the perspective, I think I even remember reading, I think when Jim Lee was talking about Dark Victory, that he said one of the fun things was doing the Batman Robin contrast, not just the colors, but also the size. I mean, yeah, Dick basically comes up to Bruce's waist in Dark Victory, which means he's the size of a toddler.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's just funny. I mean, they do that.
But yeah, so yeah, Tim's like, well, did you see they're on the roof? He's like, we don't even have our costumes, and Dick's just like, yeah, Batman's fighting Hugo on the roof. We're gonna get popcorn.
And then somehow he ends up with popcorn. I don't know where he got it.
I know. That's awesome. Cafeteria, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, because he's like, what I miss.
Yeah, because Hugo's like, last time anyone saw me, I was tormenting Bruce Wayne. You're still angry about that, aren't you? As Bruce just punches him in the face. What I miss? Straight punch to the nose, awesomely fast, had to hurt. Hugo getting anything yet? Not that I could see.
They're fighting. He leaves him tied up, and then Bruce.
But yeah, he's talking about
a Batmobile to come.
Yeah, because Hugo's talking about his parents now, and
right. And then the stuff I like on here is I enjoy it because it's kind of a slap in the face to all the dudes that are like, Batman has to be an angry loner and he can never be happy because then he wouldn't be Batman. Because the file is saying, what would happen if under the armor something in Bruce Wayne was starting to grow?
Yep.
Something comfortable, something nurturing. What would happen if after all this time Batman was becoming content? And
as Bruce,
the answer is he's still going to be Batman, but I like how it's kind of a.
But yeah,
Batman.
But yeah, he calls the Batmobile by remote, and then Hugo's like, "You can't leave me here for the police. I'll tell them everything, especially your pet Gordon." He's like, "No response. Reverse psychology, clever. You want me to think that because you're afraid of leaving me here. That means that you're not Wayne, but I know the truth." As Batman swings down to the Batmobile.
Yep. And then this one, I mean, this again is so funny, but they really shouldn't be doing that with all those people around. But how Tim's like, sweet! And Dick's like, I taught him that one. And they're high-fiving. It's hilarious, and I love it.
I know.
But the practical side of me was like, hello, look at all those people behind you.
I know. But then, Batman gets to the Batmobile and it blows up.
Right. Well, but first Tim's giving him a thumbs up.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty cute.
But yeah, the Batmobile blows up and just that look on Dick's face.
Yeah. Which, although later when we find out when Dick goes and throws himself off and is testing it, it's like they know Batman survived the fall because he could have died by being blown up.
But yeah, so
not from the fall.
Yeah, Dick does some acrobatics to get past the fireman. And I love Tim. He's EPA, Emergency Response Team, highly decorated.
Right, yeah, because he's trying to cover for him because he's not covering well for himself.
Because Hugo gets away because Dick gets to the roof and no one's there.
Yeah, because Hugo's already untied himself and he's walking away.
Yeah, he's like coming down, I guess, a different stairwell. Yeah, and they, basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, a big building like that, you gotta have more than one stairwell.
Yeah.
In case there's a fire.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We see Dick going up and Hugo coming down, but they must be on different stairwells. Yeah.
Oh, well, right. Well, also Hugo acts like he, well, I guess he technically does work there, so he gets a fireman to help him.
Mm. Oh.
Because Dick doesn't know what Hugo's wearing or anything.
Oh, look at the cover in number 10. It's Dick falling off the building, but did you see the shadow on the building over there?
It's Batman.
Because, this one opens up. They're already back at the Batcave, and, Tim runs upstairs to get Alfred. Alfred, come quick. There's an explosion. And Bruce is in the car, and he didn't come out, and Dick can't even breathe.
Right, and this kind of stuff I always like to contrast this, and then also because what's coming up with the adoption, and then right after that is Bruce Wayne murderer. I always like to, in my head, kind of draw a tie between how Dick reacts to the Bruce Wayne murderer kind of stuff, and right here, to then later how Tim reacts when Bruce is dead, and how everybody else accepts it, except Tim. Because I feel like the point in his life where, Tim is not, Tim's dad is still alive here, so Tim, has his own dad and stuff. So, obviously he cares about Bruce, but it's not quite as intense.
Yeah.
For Dick. And then, of course, I really feel like, also they're trying to, I would say in Bruce Wayne Murderer, trying to highlight different aspects of the Robins that, Dick is very loyal, Tim is a little more logical, whatever. But I also feel like because Dick was just adopted, that he really needs Bruce to. Oh no! He really can't believe that anything.
Oh no! Wait, I don't think the adoption went through yet. I think that's later issues. Yeah, I don't think we're at the adoption yet.
Well, no, we're not there. But I'm talking about when we're at Bruce Wayne murderer. Yeah, no, not here.
Yeah.
Here it doesn't fit in quite as well as what I'm saying.
Well, I think.
And then I feel like when Bruce dies, Tim's kind of in that place where he was recently adopted by Bruce, and he needs Bruce to be alive.
Well, I think early on in this issue, I think Tim's still, at this point, Tim's still like, oh, there's a backup plan, right? This is part of Bruce's plan, right? And Dick's already realized, I know no plan of this,
Yeah. Yeah, so actually, do you think Bruce blew up the Batmobile himself to fake out Hugo, or do you think Hugo had some sort of bomb down there?
I think Bruce did it because we'll get to in the last issue. I think, he wanted Hugo to think Batman was dead, but Bruce was still around, to mess with his head. Because like I even said, they go looking in the computer after they tell Alfred what's going on. They eventually find plans for a new Batmobile anyway, so it's like... Right.
Yeah. But I do think that before they find that, they do kind of want to leave you wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did Bruce do this or did Hugo?
But I love, they're trying to talk Dick out of it, and he's like, he's not dead. So they go looking in the computer for any kind of clue, and then Dick types in Hugo Strange. Yields 472 matches. And Dick's like, geez, Bruce, you don't have to write down everything. Get it?
Tim, I can look through those. Yeah, good. I don't have the patience for this. Tim, no kidding.
Yeah, because Dick goes for his Nightwing suit. Walks past those bat suits, a little hint of what's to come in about 9-10 years. He's just like,
Yeah, I don't think they did that for that.
No, reason. I know, but you could just tell it's flat. It's starting to, in his head, he's like, oh man, if Bruce is gone, you know what the next logical step is, and I do not want to take that step.
That he has to get a bike. Well, then he wants to ask around a little.
Yes, he finds Catwoman.
He has to do some sweet jumps to get out of her way.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I just want to ask you a question.
Finally pins her down. He's like, I need your help. And she's like, sorry, it's been a hell of a week. And he's like, is there anything I can do? She's like, I love this. Someday you'll have to tell me how that works in that good guy brain of yours, Junior. Some little fantasy world where I'm your daddy's girlfriend. You always do your best to protect me. Is that it? Well, he's not really my dad, but...
But he is really your dad.
I know.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you've seen or heard anything about... Maybe you know something. She's like, about Batman? What am I, a social secretary? Why does everyone keep asking me? Yeah.
So I found that.
Yeah, she takes off. Tim calls.
That's where we find out he's having a second convertible Batmobile built.
Yep.
Hooray.
And
then Tim must have already gone through all the Hugo Strange files and found nothing. So now he's saying, oh, hey, I found
all these fouls on all of us, and hey, there's one on you, because, yeah, they were kind of doing them in order, but they kind of skipped number 4, so, yeah, number 4 is Nightwing.
Yeah, do they do one on Tim? Do they ever actually read stuff out loud on the Tim one? I thought that...
I'm trying to remember...
I thought it's hinted out that Tim reads it, but they don't really... reveal it to us.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember if they did it in an earlier issue or not. They might have, but yeah, I know. Yeah, I know they did one on Cassandra Cain. Barbara. Yeah,
I think she was the one in number 2.
Yeah,
I don't think there is one in number 1. No, is there?
I'm trying to remember. It might have been. I think. Oh, they might have even had one on Alfred. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
But yeah. But yeah. So yes, while Dick's checking the roof again, yeah. Tim's reading the Nightwing one. In assessing the risk involved for Batman.
Sorry, what?
In assessing the risk involved for Batman and acclimating new recruits to his team, we would be remiss not to examine the consequences surrounding the first addition to the Dark Knights campaign. Though perhaps to call Dick Grayson a recruit is misleading, as well as I profess to know the Batman. Even I can't be sure what he was thinking when he agreed to assume legal custody for the orphan boy who would be the first Robin. I can tell you this about the boy. He was fearless. He was effusive. He was full of grace. Get it?
Yep.
Grace.
I think also it's important that you read those, because then later when Bruce says them, it's further confirmation that he wrote them. But then I also like this. He's saying, why would he do it? Sympathy. He just couldn't turn down such a great recruit. Or, my favorite reason, of course, or maybe the Dark Knight knew somewhere in the back of his head that he couldn't face the entirety of his mission alone.
Oh, no. Don't skip over that line. Maybe no good general will turn down the opportunity to implement a gifted soldier.
Yes.
Should have just been like, yeah, my number 1.
I don't know, but it's always weird when he's referring to the kids as soldiers.
I know. But again, you're like, he throws himself off the roof, and yeah, it's a drop. It's survivable. We saw that. Yeah, we saw him get in the Batmobile.
Right. So yeah, I mean, part of me was always like, oh, this is cool because it showed, Tim's doing the computer thing because that's what he feels comfortable with. Dick is, out on the streets. He's doing the kind of experiment sort of thing. But yeah, then when I read through it again today, I thought, but yeah, he didn't need to do that. We saw that Batman. I mean, unless he thought it was a dummy Batman that
I don't know
down or something. I'm not sure.
But I mean, But
also, he says it's survivable. But I mean, it's survivable because you did the same stuff Batman did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not survivable if you would just jump off and splat down.
I know, but I mean, at least he's looking at the sewer grate. So at least he's looking like, okay, if Bruce got out of the Batmobile, he could have dropped down into the sewer.
Right, which I assume must be what happened.
Oh, yeah. But then, Tim's like, yeah, there's fouls on all of us in here. He's like, the only thing keeping me from freaking is that Bruce must know that they're here if they're in the computer, but then the alarm starts going off. What is it? Tim, Alfred, someone's upstairs. So Dick races back to his bike and races back to the house. Right.
And then then as he's driving back, the file is really good too.
Yes.
There was no question that the inclusion of Robin changed everything for Batman, which which is true. What was conceived as a lifelong exercise in active grief and vengeance became much more than that. You can plan your entire life as a response to a lashing back at disaster, but you cannot teach someone else to live that way. The very act of teaching changes the nature of what is being taught. Your students come with their own motivation for wanting to learn, so you do not teach them to acquire your wounds. You teach them what you did once you began to heal. Because of who he was, perhaps because of who Batman was to him, the mission, as embodied by Dick Grayson, looked different. At its center, Batman's fight is rooted in anguish, and let's admit it, an almost childish determination to spare anyone else's grief. But those he's trained at their centers, they fight from a place of gratitude, devotion, and hope. He hopes they know. Batman hopes they know how significant that has been to them. To him, excuse me. And that's really awesome and really important. Because, all the Robins, all the Batgirls, nobody fights from quite as dark a place as Bruce, but also training these others and having them fight with him is also a way that's helping Bruce heal.
Yeah. That's why I like Devon's writing on the different Bat books, because she gets like the family dynamics and stuff.
Yeah, I think this. Sorry, that was kind of loud. I think that this Batman Gotham Knights is one of her best books. I think she's very good with team books where she has dynamics to play with, because her Titans is pretty good. Her Titans is good. Her Batman, her Batman Gotham Knights is awesome. One of my favorite runs. So yeah, I think she really excels at team books. Oh yeah. And it's not that there are definitely some really good issues of her Nightwing, but they're just unfortunately like kind of some dark things that happen in that.
It's basically it's almost like a Frank Miller, where she basically just like deconstructs the character and says, "Oh, what kind of bad crap can I put this character through?"
Yeah, although what I actually think I like less than that stuff is what came after it, where he wasn't in his suit and stuff for a while, and I saw an interview with her, or maybe I asked her about it once, and yeah, that was actually an editorial mandate. And so then I felt bad that I didn't like it. I mean, I felt bad that I was like, I didn't think Devin wrote that very well, because then I found out that it wasn't really her fault.
Yeah, a lot of times, they get, you're going to do this.
So I think that's part of the other reason why her Titan stuff and her Batman Gotham Knights stuff is better, is because I think that the editors let her do more what she wanted to do. She probably
had more creative. They
didn't hold her back.
Yeah.
There, and I think that's really evident that when she kind of gets free reign and can do what she wants, it's really good. And when they give her a bunch of stupid rules, like you're writing a character, but he can't be in his signature costume.
Yes.
Doesn't work out as well, because how is that supposed to work out well?
Yep.
It doesn't even make sense.
I know. But yeah, Tim goes upstairs.
But I think that was kind of in that time period leading up to when he was possibly going to get killed. So maybe they were trying to wean people off the character anyway. I don't know.
But yeah, Tim comes upstairs and there's Hugo sitting up in Bruce's study.
Being all weird.
You're Hugo Strange, right? And he's like, I am Batman. And Dick jumps in. The hell you are, and just starts pounding on Hugo.
Tim's like, whoa.
You tried to kill him.
And then Hugo is the voice of the dude bros who like it grim and gritty and are like, Batman doesn't need assistance.
I know, but then he's like, he starts trying to get in Dick's head. He's like, not just that you're forever in his shadow, but you love him, that you're the loyal son who's never been allowed to truly help, never permitted to save him from himself.
But I don't think that's true. Yeah. Because what Batman was just saying. I mean, if you consider saving Bruce Wayne to be, he's not going to be Batman anymore, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah. But also, I mean, Dick's not going to be the person that would stop Bruce from doing that, because that would sort of entail that Dick would stop doing it, would stop being Nightwing, and that's also not going to happen. So I think what we just read from the file about Batman saying, the mission as embodied by everybody else comes more from gratitude and hope, and not just from anguish and this childish determination. So we already know, to a certain extent, he already has saved, Dick in particular, but then, the concept of Robin already has sort of saved Bruce from himself. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he's definitely trying to get in, you're right, he's definitely trying to get in Dick's head. And then he starts being a little bit creepy. He's like, I begin to see why I kept you around. It's flattering, such devotion.
Yes.
Here we go. You're so sketchy.
So Dick knocks him on his butt, but then Hugo, I guess, throws some flashbangs and starts running out of the house. So Dick and Tim take off after him, and the issue ends with Alfred answering the phone, and it's Bruce at work. Hey, can you come pick me up?
I do love Alfred in that. They're like, let's get him. We can't have gotten far. And the telephone's ringing, and Alfred's like, oh, for heaven's sake. Like, jeez.
Such a
Good thing he answered. Good thing he answered it, though.
Mm-hmm. Because that's where the next issue picks up is, Dick and Tim chasing Hugo out of the house.
Yeah. This is a pretty snazzy cover, too.
Oh, yeah. That might be my favorite one, yeah. But, yeah.
And then he finds out, and then they're like, oh, he called the media.
I was going to say, yeah, because all of a sudden there's just a media at the front gate. He's like, I don't think that, Batman would appreciate you two going public with just how comfortable Nightwing and Robin are running around in Bruce Wayne's home.
Then all the media people are like, I didn't come for a costume party. I want a woman. And then someone's like, Batman has a beard?
I know. So Dick and Tim go back inside and hear Alfred saying, indeed, sir, 10 minutes.
Well, and then, again, similar kind of thing. How many pieces is the Nightwing suit? Is it a shirt and pants? Is it just one suit? It's a similar kind of thing to, people would draw the Robin suit differently. Sometimes it was like an entire green unitard, and then you put the thing on top. Sometimes it's just like a shirt.
I guess.
But then we have to get some, like, superhero beefcake in there. Because really, does he need to just be taking his shirt off in the middle of the living room? No, but...
I mean, I guess I always, it's like a big suspension of disbelief, but I always think it's just like, it's like a shirt and pants, but I guess they can be attached even when they're not on, so I don't know.
No, I think it needs to be a unitard.
So they all go to pick up Bruce.
Because you wouldn't want it, like, riding up, then it would leave you exposed.
True. But yeah.
And then when they're going home, Bruce on his ridiculous phone call, at Tim's face, he's like,
Yeah, basically talking to Lucius. He's like, oh, the elevators were shut off. And
he's like, stairs go to every floor? You're like, oh my God, Bruce. Maybe tone it down. Maybe tone it down a little.
I couldn't find my way out of my own building.
Yeah.
So he hangs up and Dick's like, finally, here's what we know. Hugo is convinced you're Batman so much that he broke into the manor this morning in a batsuit, which he wouldn't dare do if he didn't believe he killed you last night. Tim and I figured he wanted to frame him for Batman's murder, and that seems to have worked. Haven't checked the papers. And Bruce is like, Dick, what the dickens are you talking about?
And so then he turns up the radio.
Real loud. He's like, bugged? And Bruce, well, when you play it that loudly, it is annoying, but I'm not sore at you, if that's what you mean. So they get home, and he's like, enough, Bruce, you're home now. Let's get serious. He's like, about what? About our marching orders? They need to make bad things?
Yeah. That's funny.
And Bruce is like, do you know what he's talking about, Alfred? I don't know what you're up to.
And then he's like, snap out of it. And although it kind of looks like he doesn't kick him there, but then he must, because Bruce is like, ah.
Unless he just like gives him like a grazing shot. Yeah, because he knocks Bruce off his feet with this kick. Bruce, why didn't you block me? You always say I broadcast that kick with a head tilt. I never get anywhere near you with. And look at Bruce, just looks horrified, petrified.
It's like, yeah, and he's like, Batman? I don't understand.
What did you just call
me?
And
Alfred's leading him away, and he's like, I don't know what goes on in that boy's head sometimes.
What did you just call me?
Batman.
And
I love when he's like, his voice, something's wrong. And Tim, he's like, please don't say he's been replaced by a robot or an alien. I really don't think I'm up for that.
And then Dick's like, where's those files? He's like, in the cave. I didn't print them out. They're on the computer. Bruce is still on the phone again in the study, or the library or the study, and they just go to the grandfather clock. They go down to the cave, and Bruce is like, what is this?
Can't move that clock. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. So, file number 1 was Batman. I guess file number 8 was Batman / Bruce Wayne.
Ah, okay.
Because I think I remember that from the first issue. Among the many assets, but Batman, why does he cultivate all these assistants and stuff? Tim found these files. So who wrote them, Bruce, huh? Bruce is still like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, but Bruce wrote these.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, because Tim's like, well, you mean Batman wrote these? And Dick's like, yeah, no, not Batman, Bruce.
So they're going to bust out.
Well, Bruce is like, there's something wrong with all of you, and runs out.
They're like, oh, something's wrong with you, dude.
Yeah, so they suit up, and Tim's like, you think it's safe
And they meet other Catwoman who is trying to shoot them.
But again, it's so weird because while they're leaving, Tim's like, is it safe to leave Bruce by himself? I'm like, isn't Alfred upstairs?
Yeah.
So he's not technically alone.
But you never know with Bruce Wayne.
I know.
The dude couldn't figure out how to get out of a building.
I know.
It's pretty sad.
Well, it's, yeah. So Dick and Tim track down well, it looks like Catwoman again, but it's the
other Catwoman.
Yes, it's Hugo's phony because she pulls out an Uzi and starts firing at them.
Okay.
So they decide.
Yeah.
They decide.
The way they come out from behind there, though, it's like.
So they
it's like the fakest surrender.
I know. Well, they figure out she'll take us right to Hugo, who's I guess hiding out at St. Joseph's Psychiatric Hospital.
That's some reverse psychology right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll never look for me at the psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Oh, there you are, Dora. Told you not to call me that, Dora, dear. Even the real Catwoman knows that her parents didn't actually name her Catwoman.
That is kind of funny.
But yeah, he's like, basically, yeah, she's a crazy. And I believe you both know me. Brings out Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, so Bruce changed. I guess he got that bath in, but then somehow Hugo managed to snatch him.
And they're all just like looking at each other. It's like Dick's like, okay, Hugo, what do you want? I want you to.
Well, and I guess in this panel there where they keep looking at each other, he's trying to assess like what's going on with Bruce, and Bruce is just like,
oh, I don't think Bruce doesn't recognize them at all.
Yeah, he's super scared, and Tim's like, well, and that's why Dick's like,
but yeah, he's like, I want you to admit it, boy, that you could shed those meager bonds and kill me with your bare hands, but you won't because you're worried about Batman's safety. And Dick, I won't endanger any hostage's safety. It's curious, you can kill Batman, but Bruce Wayne survives. Did you know his parents were killed in front of him just as a boy? And then he's like, I can tell you know what that's like.
I assume, if he knows Batman's Bruce Wayne, he must have done a cursory Google search about him. So, I highly doubt, seeing as how you can't really see his eyes, although sometimes there's lenses and sometimes not.
Yeah, I know.
In the comics.
He isn't your father. I was wrong about that, but you need him to be, don't you? He thinks you've adjusted so well, but you need him like you've never needed anything before or since. I
feel like I don't want to say that that's totally true, but like a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he does want Bruce to be proud of him and
love
him and stuff.
But he's like, I want you, Hugo's like, I want you Batman though. So is he Batman? Tell me, boy. And he's like, I'll say he's Santa Claus if it'll save his life. By not giving up the secret, you give up the secret, child. Hugo, I tell you in all honesty, that guy is no more Batman than you are. And he's like, you sound convincing. Let's see if Robin's as convincing.
True. Yeah, I would say when he says you need him to fill up that horrible sucking wound in your soul, I don't think any of the Robins or Batgirls have a horrible sucking wound in their soul.
No.
But, Hugo's gotta use some shrink speak.
But yeah, so Tim actually asks Hugo, why do you want to be Batman? Hugo, you don't know.
So yeah, it's still a part. At this point, he still doesn't think he wants to do it forever.
Yep.
But, he likes being tied up.
Batman is more than a person, child. Batman is a force, a power of archetypal potency.
I guess I'll give Hugo some credit. He doesn't throw Robin around as much as Nightwing, which I guess is fair since Robin's a child and Nightwing's a man. Should be good.
But yeah, because he throws Tim down on the floor and says, what are Nightwing's directives? His directives, his orders. If he came across both you and your precious Batman in jeopardy, who is he supposed to save? And Tim's like, me, I guess. Batman can take
he
care
does
of
pull
himself.
a gun on him, which he did not do with Dick, but he didn't make him bleed, and he didn't throw him into the wall. So, maybe 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But yeah, this is hilarious when he,
Dick.
Cut yourself loose, and Bruce Wayne's just like,
Yeah, because Dick escapes, he's in the vents, he finds Bruce, he's like, here, cut yourself loose with this box cutter. And he's
I love this. You honestly don't recognize me? Should I? You're wearing a mask.
And then
hilarious.
Dick shining the flashlight in his eyes. He's like, have any troubling headaches lately, Mr. Wayne? Blurred vision? Difficult remembering things? You live alone, Mr. Wayne? Well, no, I have a butler, Alfred, and he's not around much anymore, but I have a ward.
And then that's where he says again, I really liked him. He was fearless, effusive, full of grace. Another reminder that, Bruce wrote these. Yup. And then Hugo comes in, we're about to have the big finale He's like, okay, we're going to shoot both Bruce Wayne and Robin. And since, thankfully, obviously, the way you should save Robin before Batman, because Batman's older, he should be able to take care of himself.
That's right.
Kind of thing. They're saying on the count of 3. But, of course, the thing is, if it's Nightwing, Robin, and a helpless civilian, then they got to save the helpless civilian.
Yeah, because Bruce Wayne's going, I don't want to die. Don't let me die. And, and Dick looks at Tim and it's like, Robin? He's like, him.
Right, and so Robin manages to throw off Hugo because Hugo doesn't know what he's dealing with. And then Dick kicks Bruce out of the way.
Yeah, because they're battling the goons and Hugo's just like in Bruce Wayne's face. No, it can't be. It doesn't make sense. You did nothing to save yourself, and they knew you wouldn't. Knew you couldn't. You can't be Batman.
And he's like, oh, I thought you were Batman.
Oh, wait. Here, the big lead up to Kristen's favorite panel in comics. No, I killed Batman. You didn't die. I am Batman. I killed Batman. I am a model of mental health.
Mental health, yes. Classic.
So yeah, Tim and Dick take down all the goons, but then Tim's like, I think we lost Hugo. Yeah, but we didn't lose you. No thanks to me. And then Tim, what are we going to do with him? Meaning Bruce. No clue. Guess it's time to call in a heavy.
I guess that's Alfred.
Who's checking him. Alfred's like, he looks fine. He's in the pinnacle of health. And what's wrong with him? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? Do you have any idea what your way?
Which is funny.
So he's
then this is a cool part. Think, Bruce, you remember the fight against crime and corruption and never swerve from the path of justice.
Oh, Bruce. Thank you, Dick. I knew I could count on you. Count on me for what?
To say the oath. I set it up as the release phrase. What?
That's right, kids. Batman hypnotized himself to forget he was Batman.
Yeah, and so he's like, but I like how he talks about Dick with the oath. I mean, I don't think, so you would know better than me. I don't think they, repeatedly emphasize the oath, but there are multiple versions of Dick becoming Robin where they do feature the oath.
Yeah.
Do you see the oath with the other Robins? Too?
I don't.
Or did they gloss over that?
I don't remember seeing it with the other Robins. Yeah, I think it's mostly just Dick. I know back in the day they did it, and then what is it, Legends of the Dark Knight 100? I think when they showed Dick becoming Robin, I think they did it there.
Yeah,
but yeah, they don't show it a lot. But yeah,
so that was, and then Batman. I use auto hypnosis to induce partial post-hypnotic amnesia. Wear off with time or with the trigger of the oath. The only way to make Hugo uncertain was to make us uncertain. And then I love the reactions because I feel like, again, those are classic Dick and Tim reactions, and both of their reactions are right. Tim's looking at it from the more sort of logical, that's a really cool technique that you can do, because he says, wait, so you seriously hypnotized yourself to forget you were Batman? That's awesome! Then Dick says, not to mention manipulative and unfair, which is also true. It is kind of awesome that Batman did that, but because they didn't have any heads up about it, it was, rough.
Yeah.
So he's like, I needed your doubt. And then he says, those are real, those are mine. This, I feel like, is setting it up for some stuff that's going to happen in a couple more issues. Bruce says, it was interesting to watch you when you were starting to believe I was just Bruce Wayne. You have almost no relationship with that man. The problem is, Dick, neither do I. That'll set us up for some adoption type things.
That's right. And then I guess Hugo's at another funny farm. Doesn't know up from down.
I think he's still at that same asylum.
I thought that first one was abandoned. There's an actual doctor here, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, that could be. But yeah, he's somewhere because, the doubt that it induced, he had a mental break.
That's right.
But man, that's a good one. It's good because I just love Bruce's files, the things he says about Dick. It has funniness in it. But yeah, it's such a good encapsulation of their relationships too, because right now Tim is still in the that's awesome Batman phrase, whereas Dick is a little more, I can't believe you were toying with our emotions like that.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. 2 thumbs up.
Oh, definitely. All right. So, yes, next time, before we get out of here, the schedule ever opens. Yes, we're
I think
covering
we're still on Gotham Knights, maybe 14 or something.
14 and 17. Followed the episode after by 20 and 21. So, yes. So get your Gotham Knights out, people.
All right. 14 and 17.
That's right.
Awesome.
So, all right, everyone. So, yes, send your thoughts on all of that. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook and Twitter. Follow all of the Capes and Lunatics links all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the Book, now in digital and paperback, and we're getting at pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Definitely good, especially for this podcast. And use the link for Southgate Media Group. Or when you go on Amazon, right down there in the show notes. Lost my train of thought. No, go support. Yes, support this show, the podcast, the network, and Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. Make it rain. So says Master Doom.
And I know you have no plugs, right?
Who do all the plugs? I wouldn't want to take your job.
I would let you plug your own book, but you never want to.
You do such a great job, Phil. Diggity dank.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again, join us next time for more Batman Gotham Knights. 14 and 17, followed by 20 and 21. And hopefully in 5 or 6 episodes here, we might be getting, hopefully, if the schedule allows, our busy schedule, we might get Devin Grayson herself, so. Talk to hopefully the controversial Nightwing 93. So yes, hopefully in the present, we get our boy back soon. Poland, it's coming.
Hopefully he's in a couple crossover episodes.
Yeah,
Pops up.
I'll let you know. All right, but until next week, join us next time. Same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Nightwing News. Keep flying, Dick Grayson.